Hello everyone, this is Coin. Welcome to another video. This is taken from a stream that I did, and it is a speed paint of Cedar Wood as suggested by merricatnip on Tumblr. I had posted one of those make 6 fan arts in your style type memes, and I will be making a couple videos, this being the first of them. So right now I'm just kind of lightly well, not really lightly, I'm just structuring out the sketch how I want her to sit, and I thought since it's Cedar, let's have her painting something. I really love how you can just select things and resize them if you just kind of, draw it incorrectly proportionate wise. So nice, so convenient. I really wanted to challenge myself to actually make little props and have a sort of scene that you're looking upon. So for each of these little fan arts that I'll be doing, I'm gonna try to make a pseudo background with little objects and other things like that, props if you will. So now I'm going to start the actual line work of the piece. I think it's really important at this stage to really try and have things be structurally correct. That way you're not going back when you're painting and you're like, oh no, this is kind of wrong. It eliminates that problem. Because I have that problem a lot. Or, well, rather, I used to have that problem a lot. Since I've started trying to be more intentional about what I'm doing with my line work on my second draw through, it's really relieved a lot of that. So if you're having that problem, maybe try it. If you're not, keep doing what you're doing. For Cedar's clothing, I wanted to try and add as much lace as possible. For some reason, I really think that she would enjoy wearing it. She gives me a very girly grandma core type vibe. She has the option to go to thrift stores, and she does for some staple pieces, but she probably actually clothing shops at antique stores and estate sales. So in my mind, Cedar does have a ball jointed type body, so I wanted to make sure and include a structural corset that kind of helps her ribcage sit up more, and then also a knee brace because that is one of the like, to me, the most fragile joints as a person who has had several knee problems throughout their life. I believe it's stated in the book as well that she has like big brass pins in some of her joints. I think it's like her knees and her ankles. I have this like headcanon that when she was like younger, she would trip and fall a lot, and so she had to like keep repairing her ankles. And so like while the wood glue and like things like that does help make it stronger in some ways, she's always like really worried about it because like perhaps it'll crack again. And so like there was at one point where they were doing like the triathlon, I think it was, and she was really nervous about swimming because she had like a full bodysuit on because she didn't have enough of her like salve like wax stuff to go on her body to make her more waterproof. I think about that a lot. Oh my gosh, I loved drawing this little crinkly tube. Oh, it was awesome. Loved it. I also really like this mug. The design that I end up with, I'm very, very happy with. I mean, it's not there yet, but it will be later on in the video. Oh, I did give her something that I absolutely love, which is socks and sandals. I think it is the maximum amount of comfort. A nice soft fuzzy sock, and then your feet don't get all hot and sweaty. Oh, brilliant. Something else that really stuck out to me from the books was her hair, which I believed was described at one point being like shaved ringlets, you know, like when you're whittling, or if you've ever seen like a video of somebody whittling or like shaving a piece of wood, like these little curly cues and squiggles come off. And so I really wanted to make sure and give her like a nice fluffy hair texture, because that's very important to me. I've actually been looking at a lot of folk flower art. I really enjoy it and think that it's very beautiful, and I wanted to incorporate it here because I feel like, along with her love of lace and like antique-y things, I think she would really enjoy folk art, especially as a person who comes from such an artistic and creative family, and as a person who you know, in my head, I think she draws a lot of abstract stuff for her more like personal art, and I think she would incorporate a lot of like big shapes and like bold colors and things like that. So here I'm just trying to find where her joint would like be within her knees so that I can place the brace correctly. And it's more of just making sure her joint stays within the optimal range of mobility. Not really trying to like like hold it together, but more just to make sure that the joint is functioning properly. And now begins the filling in, the outlining, so that I can make that alpha lock layer that I love so dearly and use so well. I love to be as lazy as possible when I am like actually like not like rendering but like shading everything, and this just really helps me be able to be as lazy as possible with staying in those outside lines by locking this layer, and so then I just can't move outside of it, and I think that's great. So here I was just looking for like a quick reference because I completely forgot what eye color she has. The reference that I'm using for like her actual colors is something that I drew before, but I didn't have her eyes in it because it was from like an angle that was like looking down on her, and so I was like, oh no, I have no idea what color her eyes are. Also in the eyes, I love to use like that deep, vivid, like really saturated indigo color. And then for the highlight, I really like to use like a super light blue, almost like a teal. I really think it just makes it pop. I love in the show how they have all the rebels having their hair dyed with little like streaks of color, and I always thought it was so cute that she had just in her little braid band across her head just like a little bit of purple, and I was like, girl, you just gotta go for it, like dye your whole head purple. But there are also dolls where she does have like a completely different hair color, like one of the dolls where she has like the big furry ears, and then there's another one, I don't remember which one it is, but she has pink hair in that one. So cute. So even when I'm coloring, I really like to try and stay inside the lines for certain things. Like, I'm leaving that space open on her pants where that brace is going to be. That way I can just go right underneath that pants color layer and then just draw from there. I can just really messily color it in, and I don't really have to think about keeping it in the lines. Another thing that I added from the books is her little blue fingers. I love that she's always like so into her art, or like so into what she's doing that she just kind of forgets. And so if she's using her fingers to like shade or like whatever she's doing, like I think in my head canon she's just like walking around and people are like, oh, she's like in an orange mood today, you know, like, oh, like what is she working on? I wonder what it is, because like all the little colors like dotting her clothes and all over her like hands or like smeared on her face. I just think that's so darling. Like she's so consumed with it that she just doesn't even notice. Another important thing, especially when you're trying to like work with such small little lines and like edges and things, is just I like to try and go in and like erase stuff, because I will just forget. And so I always try to like remember, oh, after I've done this I need to go back and do the hair. And normally I notice because you know, you go to draw and it's like, why is her shirt still brown? And it's just her hair on a different layer. Silly Billy moments. So the screen capture kind of like did a couple funny things, but I did end up getting all of her little paint spots in and on her little palette and things like that. And I love to add like little teeny bits of shading, like on each of the little paint sticks on the paint brushes. I like added shading to them because, like, why not try to make everything as dimensional as possible? It makes it so much more fun, and then it makes coloring like feel really joyful because I can just like go crazy and add a bunch of different colors and just kind of, you know, make it like a little practice, like how many colors can I fit into this actually. And so here you can see all of the crazy space underneath the pants that was selected, but you only see the little bit that I let window through. So easy, so simple. I love lazy coloring. So here I'm just trying to go through all of the golds and all of the other colors and really add some little shinies and little highlights, just little bitty things. Always adding more shadows. even on tiny things that seem like they don't really matter. I love adding them. Here I went in, I just thought the shirt didn't have enough pizzazz to be a shirt worn by Cedar, so I just went in and added a little bit of like swirly little flowery designs to the edges of the garment for like lace added. And so like with the outfit done, I went ahead and started on the biggest prop, which is her little canvas and the easel there. And I just kind of went for like basic shapes, and I tried to give like as much detail as I could without really bogging myself down with it. And then I really wasn't sure how to draw an easel, so I had to look one up, and I look at it several times. Really all I did was just draw a bunch of vague lines that looked like they could maybe be an easel, and that was enough for me. So then I went through and I found a suitable wood color, and I just went through and gave everything base colors and filled it in with enough shadow to make it look just a little bit dimensional to like fit everything else. And I did the same for the canvas. Oh, I had forgotten to give her her wood grain. I think it's very important, because that's also a big part of her, is that like it's mentioned several times, like when she gets a cut, or like if she gets like extra paint on herself, that she like sands it down. And so I think she would have a very like visible, very beautiful grain. So here I'm just adding some like little final touches, some little paint to the edge of the canvas to kind of give you a little mystery, a little mystique about what she's painting perhaps. And then I fill it in with a little bit of moody background lighting, and that is it. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and you know, like or whatever. Bye.